Me? I'm the man that dug the Murray for Sturt to sail down. I'm the one that rode beside the man from Snowy River, and I'm Ned Kelly's surviving brother. Or did I marry his sister? I forget which. And it was my thumbnail that wrote that Clancy had gone a-droving, and when wood was scarce I set the grass on fire and ran with it 3 miles to boil my billy, only to find I'd left my tea and sugar in the tucker bag. And it was me, and only me, that shot through with the Padre's daughter. Shot through with her on the original Bondi tram. But it's a lie that I died hanging from a parrot's nest with my arm in the hollow limb when my horse moved from under me. I never die. I'm like the Leichhardt survivor I discovered 50 years after the party had disappeared. I never die. I'm Lassiter and Leichhardt both. I joined the wires of the OT so that Todd could send the first message from Adelaide to Darwin. I settled everywhere long before the explorers arrived. My tracks crisscrossed the Simpson Desert like city streets, and I've hung my hat on Popel's peg 1,000 times. It was me who boiled my billy under the cooler bar, told the bloke in the flash car to open his own flaming gates, put the Goldfields pipeline through where the experts said nobody could, wanted to know who's robbing this coach, you or Ned Kelly, left the dog guarding my tucker box outside of Gundagai, yarned with Tom Collins while we fished for a cod someone had caught years before, and gave Henry Lawson the plots to make his stories from. Me, I found 100 wrecked galleons on the Queensland coast, dripping with doubloons, madoors and golden Inca swords, and dug a dozen piles of Guelders from a Westralian beach. I was the one who invented the hollow wood heap, and I built the Transcontinental despite heat, dust, death, thirst, and flies. I led the Ragged 13. I fought at Eureka and Gallipoli and Ley, and I was a day too early, or was it too late, to discover Coolgardie. Lost my original Broken Hill share in a hand of cribbage. Had the old man kangaroo pinch my coat and wallet. Threw 50 heads in a row in the big game at Cal. Took a paddle steamer 70 miles out of the Darling on a heavy dew. Then tamed a Gippsland bunyip and soared him on to capture the Tantanoola tiger and Fisher's ghost. And became Billy Hughes' secretary for a couple of weeks. Me, I outshot Jackie Howe. Gave Buckley his chance. Seemed to remember riding a white bull through the streets of Wagga, and I've had more lonely drinks than Jimmy Woods. I jumped across Govet's Leap and wore an overcoat in Marble Bar, sailed a cutter down the Kindur to the inland sea, and never travelled till I went to Moonta. Me, I was the first man ever to climb to the top of Ayers Rock, pinched one of the Devil's Marbles for my kids to play with, drained the mud from the Yarra, sold the coat hanger for a gold brick, and asked for a beer off the ice at Inaminka. Me, yesterday I was rumour, today I am legend, tomorrow history. If you'd like to know more of me, inquire at the pub at Tennant Creek, or at any drover's camp or shearing shed, or shout any bloke in any bar a drink, or yarn to any bloke asleep on any beach. They'll tell you about me. They'll tell you more than I know myself. After all, they were the ones that created me, even though I'm bigger than any of them now. In fact, I'm all of them rolled into one. For anyone to kill me, you'd have to kill every single Australian. Every single one of them. Every single one.